Hi, ladies.
Hi,
how
Miss
are
Carla.
you?
How are you?
I am good. Look at you, Miss Carla. You was raised well, girl. Look at that. Look at how your mama raised you. So, Demi, I know that we have something in common. You were little Nala in The Lion King, right?
I was, yes.
I was Shinzi in the LA production.
Oh my God, really? That's amazing.
I know. So I just had to start out with that
so
because, you know, that's how I roll.
Yeah.
So you guys, let's talk about learning how to play tennis for this film. I know that for Saniyyah, you're left-handed, right?
Yes, I am.
So it was a little bit of a challenge for you, but I'll start with Demi first, and then you can pick up the mantle when where she leaves off. So how was it learning how to play tennis for this film, Demi?
Yeah, well, learning how to play tennis was very difficult. When we started training, I was expecting tennis to be so simple. I was a dancer, so I've always been really good with picking up choreography, and to me, I felt like tennis would just be the same thing. That was not the case at all. Tennis is very difficult, and I had very little experience with tennis before I booked the role. I had 3 tennis lessons for an audition, and that was it. And so, learning was very, very difficult. But I think all the soreness and the whining and the tears and everything, I think overall it was worth it because I love the sport now, and I think it's a hobby of mine that I'll
Sure. And for me, it was definitely difficult at first. It was something that I had to get used to, but I was willing to do it for sure because I was stepping into Venus' shoes, and I wanted to do justice by her story and let people know like just how fierce they were at such a young age. But I did fall in love with it too, and I think it's such an extraordinary sport. It's like very like mental, like you have to use your head a lot. It's like, how am I gonna do this? Am I gonna go here? It's just you and one other person. So it was definitely different, but I think it's awesome when you get to learn a sport. You definitely understand it more, and when you understand it, you totally like dig it for sure.
Like you like it more when you understand the sport. You just like it more.
Exactly, because then you kind of just go like, oh, I know what she's doing here. Oh, that should have been taken away. That
right,
certain things like that. Yeah.
Great. I know you guys have worked with some heavy hitters in the business, but what was it like for you to meet these heavy hitters, Venus and Serena?
It was so cool. They were great. We didn't know they were going to come on set that day. They surprised us. So it was real cool to meet them, man. I mean, I think it's fun, but at the same time, it's kind of just like surreal when you get to meet your child heroes. When you send them and talk to them and look them in the face and say thank you. It's something that I hope anyone can definitely experience, and we loved them, and we're honored to call them friends now.
Yeah, and like what Saniyyah said, we're so happy that we know them and so appreciative to have them in our life. When we met them, we just had a very lovely conversation, kind of spoke about what their childhood was like. They spoke to us as if we were them. I think Venus pointed at me and goes, when you're this age, you're going to date a dude named York. And then Serena came in and she was like, but he's not going to be into you. It was a lot of fun. It was, just a cool conversation. They're so funny.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
And I think we also realized how much we have in common.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Venus is definitely the more cool and calm and collective one, like Saniyyah is. And Serena is like the more outgoing and the more outgoing one, which is me. So I feel like we got to learn a little bit about who they were.
Yeah.
You guys are now going to be inspirations for other little girls. And I thank you so much for taking time to talk to me. I appreciate you. You were great.
Thank you,
Miss Skylar.
All right, bye.